shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
What'd you say now?
Auntie Danny show.
Where? Where's Auntie Danny's show?
Right here.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Say hi, Auntie Danny.
Auntie Danny.
Say I love your show.
I love your show.
And I love you.
I love you.
Yes, nothing better. I needed that to get my morning going this morning. Oh, good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, September 24th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I'm going to remind Mama Cone, today is Tuesday. She thought yesterday was Sunday. She missed the Commanders playing on Monday night, which might have been a good thing. I don't know. They won, which is rare. And how about that young quarterback? Boy, he was on fire. I loved it. I stayed up. I was actually working, but did get to watch the game. But I should have gone down to see if Mama Cone was good. I figured, oh, she's in her element. She's watching the game. She's good. Today's Tuesday. All right, let's figure out what is going on. Let me show you what's going on today. Got our rundown here. Of course, we're going to have some giveaways for you. Then Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMDs Morning News Express will join us with local news, weather, sports, and what's happening in the area. Then I'm going to talk about what's happening in Frederick with our local events for the rest of this week and this weekend, plus some you're going to want to put a pin in that are coming up very soon. I want those on your calendar. Then we have a new segment. It's called Wisdom and Wellness. Well, it's a new series from Village Crossing. They're going to be talking about aging gracefully and planning for the future. Today, we're going to be introduced to Village Crossing a little bit, but we're going to talk about what is the difference between a nursing home and assisted living. And then I've got an interview with Dr. Alison Bomba. She is a psychologist who specializes in anxiety and stress for children up to 24 years old. And then I'm going to have a recap, 3 minutes with Board of Education candidate Jaime Brennan. It was the last part of our live stream last night. We live streamed with her for about 45 minutes, which of course you can find the full interview on YouTube, but had a good discussion with her. It's really good to be informed, and I've invited all the candidates. We did Colt Black. Obviously, his is also available on YouTube. And then we've had her. Next week, I think we have a write-in candidate who will be on. And then I believe I've got Veronica Lowe coming up. The other candidates did not respond to the invitation to be a part of the town halls, but we appreciate those who did because I think it's very important to be informed. And I think the more you're informed, even if you don't have kids at FCPS, it's good to have input into how you want the kids and the whole Board of Ed to function. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, subscribe to YouTube, please. We are only about 75 subscribers away from 1,000. We've got 6 days. Can you help me get there? Just ask your friends, say, look, it's free. It costs you nothing. Just subscribe to the channel. I'm begging people now. That's what we've gotten to, but be really great to hit 1,000 before the end of this month. We have over 1,000 people who watch the show. Actually, we on average, I think it's about 1,250 people on average watch Good Morning Frederick across the 8 platforms where we're streaming right now. We actually stream to 5 Facebook pages, LinkedIn, or 6, and 1 Facebook group, and then YouTube, of course. So a lot of people are watching on across those different platforms, and I have to go through and total them all up together in order to get our totals. But our averages, and I'm gonna show you guys very soon the spreadsheet that I have that keeps track of how many views we've had, how many shorts. You know, we have over 1,000 videos on our YouTube channel. And it kind of makes me mad, actually, because now that we're at 1,000, I don't think YouTube is going to actually update the number till we're at like 2,000. So from 1,000 to 2,000, who knows? I'll have to update it manually or look at the number of videos that we have on. But we post a lot of shorts. We post every segment individually, and then you get the full show, and we recap that as well. So lots on our YouTube channel for you to check out. We would love for you to subscribe and to ask friends to subscribe as well. We also have a podcast. We just basically take the audio from this show, make a podcast every day. You can find that on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms, including YouTube, actually. There is a YouTube podcast tab on our channel where I guess you could just stream from there. You can listen to them all. And it does get quite confusing when you're kind of looking at everything we've got because the podcast is intermixed there. And somebody commented on one of the podcasts, how do I see this? So you just have to go check that out. Let's see. We always try to support local initiatives as much as we can. Right now, we are supporting Sleep in Heavenly Peace. I dropped off at the home of Everything Frederick last night when I was there. A bunch of the sheets that I have purchased because of your donations. Would love to maybe get another $50, $75 if possible. So you can see I've actually, if you can't scan the code on your computer or device, there are the account details. So my Cash App, you can see $ Danny Gurry. My PayPal is danny.gurry@yahoo.com. My Venmo is @Danny-Gurry, and the Zelle phone number is there as well. It would be great if I can get another $50 today. I will do our last shop this weekend, and we will contact the team at Sleep in Heavenly Peace to come pick up everything. And hopefully that provides for the number of beds they're building so we don't have any kids that sleep on the floor. All right, let's get the show started today. It's on this Tuesday. Well, we certainly couldn't do this show without the show's sponsor. We help you move, whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country. Nicholas and his team of experts will make that process easier for you. They can pack you up, load you up, do whatever you need done. They will make sure your things are treated with respect and get to where they're going. That's so important. I've seen all those things on social media where people hire movers they're not really sure about and they hold their stuff hostage. It's terrible. My gosh, you don't have to worry about that with Nick and We Help You Move. You can look them up online, wehelpyoumove.com. All right, I think Bob Miller's in. We're going to bring him in and give Chris a chance to get to the studio. Oh, here he comes. Well, good morning, Chris. I mean, as good as it is for, there we go. Yeah.
No, I like it better. I like it better the other way.
I know you do.
The other way.
How are you?
Good morning, Danny.
Good morning.
Sorry, I'm late today.
I was worried because I didn't get the super secret code from Danny like she sends every day. And then I realized you sent it, and it's like one code now, right?
Yeah, so StreamYard that's the platform I use, updated some stuff where we can now have a recurring studio. So as much as I loved texting you guys or emailing you each morning, I don't have to anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. I'm glad I was able to figure that one out. I
It took me a
haven't been
few
able to
seconds
figure
too,
out why
Bob.
you
That's why I
guys
was
keep
late.
muting my mic at the end of the show, though.
Yeah. What? Do we know why that's happening?
I have no idea.
Maybe you're out of minutes. Maybe you need to update your minutes on your mic.
How do you do that?
You know, how like you're limited with the phone card. You've only got so many minutes and then that's it. It's done.
Where do I put the money? Where do I put the money?
Bob, it's okay. I was telling people what you were saying while your lips were moving. You were saying JETS, jets. That's what I told the people you were saying. I know that's what you were saying. I've worked with you long enough now to where I could read your lips. There you go.
No, it was actually DANI.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I know where my bread is buttered. I know where my bread is buttered. Come on now.
Oh boy. Well, this is a fine Tuesday we have here today.
Disgusting.
Yes, it is. And sunshine and beautiful skies, sunny days, and Frederick, not so much.
Not so much in Frederick. What is happening?
Real quick before we get to news, we forgot to talk about this on air, Bob. We were so busy today with the mayor and other topics. We forgot to talk about this. Apparently, a restraining order is going to be put out on my mother for her stalking one Bob Miller. We forgot to make that on air today, Bob.
I'm walking through the grocery store yesterday, and all of a sudden I hear Bob, and it took me for a second, and she's like, Chris's mom, and I'm like, oh my God, let me tell you about your son.
What every mother wants to hear.
I said, what a great man he is and wonderful. And she goes, no, I know him. You're lying.
You don't have to sugarcoat.
Your nose is growing, Bob Miller. Your nose is growing. What are the odds of that, huh, Danny? Boy, I'll tell you.
That's crazy. That's so funny you guys are in the same area.
Yeah, right? It was interesting because yesterday I'm walking into the grocery store and I see my old pastor's wife, who I haven't seen for probably 25 years. And, they live right down the street from me. So we sat and talked for about 45 minutes. And then I walk into the store that I don't normally go into.
Ah,
and
interesting.
See Chris's mom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of bizarre.
It is kind of bizarre. You know, everything is, you're guided for a reason.
That's
Everybody
right.
must have needed to be lightened up by seeing you yesterday.
Let me
Yes,
just say, said supermarket that Bob is talking about, people on our salary can't afford that supermarket down in Florida, a radio salary.
It was my wife's birthday, so I had to go buy her some. I bought her some sushi for her birthday week. So,
love sushi.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hate it. So that's why I bought it for her birthday, so I don't have to eat it.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, I don't like it. So,
Yeah.
And we talked to the mayor today. We'll get into maybe that a little bit. But I don't want to step on Chris's toes with the news, but talked about the non-citizens voting, and that'll be on our podcast a little bit later on. We have audio pod. I call them the Bobcast, but now Chris is with me, so we can't call them Bobcast. So
Yeah.
It's still the Bobcast. It's still the
You know,
Bobcast.
yesterday there was a comment on YouTube asking, why, I think it was worded in a way that, why are you so fearful about non-citizens voting? And I don't think it has anything to do with fear. It's not fear at all. There is now nothing left that separates citizens from non-citizens. That was really kind of the last bastion. And I don't know. I just feel like that that is a right you should earn. And we, my husband and I both earned that in the countries where we lived. And I believe that a lot of the people who came legally are as upset because they had to wait and do it the right way. And so it is nothing about fear. I'm not fearful of people who are not citizens. I'm not fearful that they're part of our community. And I'm not taking any slack from the fact that they do work, pay taxes locally and all of that. But quite honestly, I don't understand the not being here legally. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I mean, a non-citizen in the state of Maryland doesn't mean they're here illegally, right? And that's one of the things that we have to kind of decide. The part of somebody coming over the country illegally breaks all of our laws. It is illegal. You cannot do that. Now, of course, if you want to fix the system, then that's fine. But right now, if they're here illegally, they've already broken our laws, and now you want to allow certain people that right to vote. Now, if they're over here and they've got the green card or they're working on their citizenship, that's maybe something different. They still have a voice. They still can go to a meeting. They can still talk to the mayor. They can still talk to the alderman. But voting is a right that was bestowed on us by our government as citizens of the United States of America. And I believe that we should have some rights and some privileges as a citizen of the United States of America. It's not that I'm scared of what somebody else is going to vote for. It's just, I mean, you're taking away something that I couldn't wait to do. And something that you talked about it. And I have a friend who spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And one of the things when he became a citizen is like, I can now vote. Yeah. That was a big deal to him. And now it's just like, everybody else, no big deal. We'll just let you do it.
Yeah.
Voting is something I take pride in as being an American, because unfortunately, in not a lot of countries in the world, there are a lot of countries in the world who don't have that ability where their vote actually doesn't count. And as an American, I take pride in going. I don't do the mail-in stuff. I go actually and vote in person. I take pride in doing that as an American. And that's all we're saying. Look, this is not never in anti-immigrant stuff. I don't believe in that stuff. I'm not into anti-immigrant and all that stuff. It's just as an American citizen, we're afforded certain rights as an American citizen. So that's just where we stand. Again,
well, I mean, we're all immigrants, right? We're all based from immigrants.
Correct.
My grandparents came over from Italy, so I had my other grandparents came over as well. So it has nothing to do with that. But anyway, we could talk all day.
Your comments. We appreciate your comments.
Yes,
truly do. And getting into news here, let's see. So the Unity campaign for Frederick County is scheduled to begin on March 5th, 2025. Aaron Lawson, Director of Development and Marketing and Director of the Unity campaign, says it's a community-wide effort to bring nonprofit agencies, and this is kind of up your alley here, Danny, because you work with so many nonprofit agencies in the area, together to support ALICE households. ALICE stands for Assisted Limited Income Constrained Employed. Lawson says individuals from these households have difficulty affording the basic necessities of life. Everyone operates a little bit differently. We all come together at this one time a year to collectively ask the community to support the 32% of households who struggle to afford basic cost of living here in Frederick, Aaron Lawson said. So there you go. And again, I know you work a lot with nonprofits, Danny, as I do with Fourth State Focus over here. So I thought you might find that.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be on the board for United Way. It's a great organization. The Unity campaign is one of their largest fundraisers where, about 30 nonprofits can get a ton of money and exposure. And it's a great opportunity. I will reach out to all the nonprofits that I know to apply to be part of it, because it is a great way to raise awareness about what you're doing and get some money in your checking account. It's really good.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
as somebody who hosts the Fourth State Focus, again, public affairs shows are something that radio stations are required to do. But even if we weren't required to do, I think it's so important because, like you said, it shines a light on so many different nonprofits that are out there that people never knew about. I mean, there's so many different options. If you need help out there, you can listen to our nonprofit show on the weekend, Fourth State Focus, and find out different things that are out there to help you or maybe somebody you know. So find that very important. Let's see here. Special Olympics. It's a special honor for local high school. Catoctin High School in Thurmont has received national banner recognition from Special Olympics North America for its efforts to provide inclusive sports and activities for students with and without special needs. Frederick County Public Schools says Catoctin earned the recognition by meeting 10 standards of excellence in areas of inclusion, advocacy, and respect. We are so proud of Catoctin High earning this national honor, says Superintendent Dr. Cheryl Dyson in a statement. All students should have the ability to excel and enjoy physical education activities, and our schools are proud to choose to include students in activities. Catoctin High is the third Frederick County Public School to earn this national banner recognition. The other schools are Twin Ridge Elementary School and Tuscarora High School.
Oh,
and
very
the
good.
city of some good news. See, not all bad news. The city of Frederick says the right lane of Yellow Springs Road at Old Farm Drive will be closed starting on Thursday, which, man, oh man, it feels like construction's been going on there forever. September 26th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. It will allow crews to perform curb and gutter work. The right lane of Yellow Springs Road at Old Camp Road will be closed each day from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. until October 1st, when the road work is expected to be completed. Let me tell you, as somebody who lived in that area, traffic is brutal over there. I remember when they used to have, before they put that roundabout over there, they used to have, you had to make a left turn over there. Man, it was nearly impossible during rush hour.
I mean, I drive that road every single day, and it is maddening what they're doing. I'm not really even quite sure. So Yellow Springs at Old Farm, you said?
Correct. It was at, I believe it was an Old Farm, yes.
Okay.
Yep, at Old Farm Drive, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because they're
So
still, that circle is still all messed up now because they're trying to widen it to 2. I don't know why they didn't do that at the start. And now there's that stuff at Dietrich. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're putting up like a retaining
They don't know
wall.
what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing.
See, I thought they were widening that road over there. You're talking about at Rosemont and Dietrich, right? I thought they were by where the Dunkin' Donuts is.
Yeah, it doesn't actually look like they're widening it, because where would that extra, unless they're making 2 turn lanes into Dietrich, I don't know, but they're putting up a retaining wall and a guardrail and a curb in the same place that it was, I think, before, but I don't know.
You know what's mind-boggling to me, Danny, is when you talk about that traffic circle over at Christopher's Crossing there in Yellow Springs. When you keep going straight there, when you go after that traffic circle, they're widening those roads over there. It's like those roads are literally in those people's backyards. You know what I'm talking about? At Christopher Crossing. It's
Clover Hill.
Clover Hill, exactly.
Actually, a couple of those people, it is now their front yard. And it's awful. I would be so mad. Oh,
that would drive me nuts, Danny. I now me and my wife were talking about that. I couldn't take that.
No. Mm-mm.
And taking a quick look at weather here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm behind. I didn't have it up. Here we go. All right. So as we know, it is nasty out there. Cloudy skies with a few thunderstorms this afternoon. We're looking at a high of 68. And tonight, showers this evening, becoming a steady rain overnight, low of 63. And take a look at your Wednesday forecast. More of the same, to be honest with you. Cloudy with light rain in the morning and scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon tomorrow, high of 72. Tomorrow night, again, more of the same, overcast with rain showers at times with a low of 67. It looks like we're trying to make up for that drought we had earlier this summer.
Always. Yes. Yeah. Is there going to be any sun in like the next 10 days?
Let's see here. Good question.
Or any
Actually, to
no
be honest with
rain?
you, Danny, no. So I'm looking here. I see I'm sorry, Thursday, cloudy, Friday, shower. So it looks like the best chance for some sun is going to be on October 6th. Sunday,
Great.
October 6th. And it says mostly sunny. So there you go.
Awesome. All
More
right. How
bad
about
news from Chris Michaels.
Yes. How about some sports, Bob? How about them Commanders?
I'll try to squeeze in 5 minutes of sports in 30 seconds. Chris took all my time. The number 2 pick in the draft, rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels, took those Commanders, as you talked about, down the field for the 4 touchdowns in their first 4 drives. They built a 28-13 lead midway through the third quarter and held on from there for a 38-33 win. Not a bad showing for Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. The Buffalo Bills look like they're a pretty good team, too. They are undefeated on the season with a 47-10 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are just not that good. 5th time the Bills have scored 30 points in their first 3 games of the season. In girls soccer yesterday, it was Tuscarora over Frederick. Alex Bender, 2 goals for the Fighting Titans. Oakdale defeated North High 8-0. Caroline Atwell rang up 3 goals, 2 assists as the Bears cruised. Walkersville got a goal, 1 goal. That's all it took by Melissa Hansen, and a win over Brunswick 1-0. Middletown 8-0 over Williamsport. The Knights Bella Durr and Katie Crummett each had 2 goals. And boys soccer, Linganore over South High 5-0. Lancers received a pair of goals from Ben Griffith and Wyatt Venezuela. Walkersville and Brunswick booted to a 2-2 tie. And flag football, Frederick over Williamsport, 28-12. Cadets quarterback Maya Robinson, 18 of 21 passing, 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, you know what? That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Field hockey, it was Frederick over Oakdale and Urbana over Catoctin and FSK Downs Linganore. There's a look at sports.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's a good pajama day for us here in Frederick. Bob, you get out and enjoy whatever glorious sunshine you have down there. And we will
I'll be in Summons upstairs, so I got to go.
see you guys tomorrow. Same link every single day. All right.
Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning. See you later. Oh, goodness. All right. Got to take a quick break, of course, after all that. Then we'll get to what's happening in Frederick and your giveaways. And good morning to everybody. Tara, Shannon, Chris's mom, and Rosaline. Good morning. We're going to get working on a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect. Yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
Oh, that trick or treat looks a lot of fun. Don't forget to use that code GMF to save 10% on those tickets. All right. Real quick, here you go. We got some giveaways for you. We'd love to give you that $5 gift card to the Station Market and Cafe, located right at 7th and Benz Streets Really cute place. That's going to get you at least a free coffee, maybe also a free sweet treat. We got those 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. You just want to text MDL. And then Tree Trekkers, a 3-hour timber trek adventure experience. That is good through June of 2025. You can text TREE to 888-465-2944. All right, let's talk about what is happening in Frederick. You know, the best place to go is where all of the events are, and that is at promocircus.com. You're going to click on everything Frederick Live and then calendar of events. You can see here our everything Frederick calendar. I'm going to click on agenda because that's going to give us the hour by hour start of all of these events. Makes it much easier to look at the calendar and to plan for a day. So as you can see, tons of great events here in Frederick every single day. There is not a day on our calendar that doesn't have something that I've seen so far. Really great programming from Frederick County Public Libraries, including the STEAM Lab, Strawberry DNA. That is at the Sieber Arts Library this afternoon at 4:30. Awesome. I mean, I'm telling you, I know I've said it a million times, but if my kids were little right now, that I would live in the libraries. I would just be going from one to another all day. Let's see, what do we got? So Wednesday, don't forget, you can do that Frederick County Animal Control Microchip Clinic. It's a walk-in. You don't need an appointment, just $20. If your pet goes outside at all, I really recommend you get them microchipped. This way, if they get lost, easily can they be returned to you because they will have your details. So you can do that. With the rain, I'm not sure some of these events, obviously, if they're outside, will be happening. So you're going to want to check and make sure that the events that you want to attend are on. All right, let's see. Thursday, maybe alive at 5, maybe not. Who knows? With the rain. If you want to come to Key City Rotary meeting with me on Thursday at noon, I'd love to have you. I think I don't even know what the what's on the program for Thursday, but it is a great club. I highly recommend it and would love to take you as a guest anytime. We do the second and fourth Thursdays of the month. Okay, Friday this weekend. Let's see. The Fall Fun Festival, Fall Fest. This is Fall Fest downtown Everready Square. They have stuff going on all weekend from the 27th to the 29th at Everready Square and Shab Row. They have a pumpkin carving contest. They have a community art project everybody can participate in. There, of course, will be some shopping specials, fall-inspired food and beverages, and live entertainment that is happening all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Everready Square and Shab Row. Fall Fest is downtown Frederick. Oh, I love it. I love that that's something fun that will be happening downtown. All right, on Saturday, the Frederick Festival of Flight. Meet your airport. If you've not been out to the Frederick Airport to watch the planes take off and land or eat at Nick's Airport Inn, I think that's what that's called. I can't remember. It's just Airport Inn. Anyway, great little place to have lunch. The Frederick Airport is open to everyone, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be a really cool remote control aircraft demonstration that's going from 10 a.m. to 10:45. And there will be a Trooper 3 demonstration from 1 to 1:45. The rest of the displays are static, which means they are just stationary. But there's some really cool helicopters and other aircraft. If your child likes planes and that sort of thing and wants to get up close, it's a great opportunity for them to do so. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. this Saturday. And that'll be a great event. And of course, Fall Fest continues at Shabro and Eveready Square, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. Same things will be happening. The pumpkin carving, fall-inspired food and beverages, the community art project, all of that will be happening on Saturday as well. And again, on Sunday, we've got a couple of things happening on Sunday. Sunday morning, 8 a.m., the Hurwitz Breast Cancer Fund's Pink Ribbon 5K. That starts and finishes at Hood College. That you can still register starting at 7:30 in the morning. If you want to wait till the day to register, you can do that then. Then we've got the Pulling for Veterans Flea Market, which is Sunday from 9 to 3. That is at AmVets Post number 2, the farm. There is cover there. I'm assuming if the weather is bad, they will move as many people under cover as they possibly can. I'm not sure. Hopefully, it'll just be cloudy and not raining for that. And then, again, Fall Fest, 11 to 4 at Eveready Square and Shabro. That continues. So all weekend long, you can head to Eveready Square and Shabro. All right, on Sunday, there is the Love for Logan fundraising event. That is happening at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. There's a cornhole tournament. There's live entertainment. There's music and food and all kinds of stuff to help Logan with his battle in cancer. So that's what the fundraiser is for. It's to help his family. I can't even imagine the costs that are incurred and just loss of work and all those things. So Love for Logan fundraiser Sunday, and that is really noon, 11:30 to 6 p.m. So you can head over there and help them out and support that family, which would be great. And of course, game day at Benstown. If you want to watch the NFL, you can do it there. All right. That pretty much gets us through the week, and some events I want you to pin on your calendar. We've got Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run, which is October 5th, and Canines on the Creek is October 26th. We are trying to get 100 dogs entered into the costume contest. So if you have a dog that likes to dress up in costume and likes to be out amongst other dogs, then I suggest you support the FSK Lions Club and head down to Carroll Creek on October 26th. And then Second Chances Road Rally is November 2nd. That's so fun as a family to attend. I think you'll love it. So yeah, let's see. What do we got? Anything else? Let me see. I'm working off of something different today because my other thing is not working, which of course happens a lot. Oh, all right. So let's see. All right. Oh, we've got our new segment with Wisdom and Wellness. This is a new monthly segment. It's called Wisdom and Wellness. It is presented by Village Crossing. Today, we're going to actually learn more about Village Crossing and the difference between assisted living and a nursing home. Plus, you'll get some answers to maybe some financial questions that you have as well. Here is Wisdom and Wellness. Welcome to this edition of Wisdom and Wellness. I am with Robin Wheat. We are at Village Crossing in the community of Warman's Mill. This is a beautiful place, actually. It really is. One of the things I would love to know about is what is the difference between a nursing home and assisted living?
Sure. So I get that question all the time. So a nursing home is typically more of like a clinical setting with more skilled type needs. And then assisted living is more of like a home-like setting where you don't need as much monitoring or breathing tubes, feeding tubes, IV treatments, those bigger types of needs. So you would have to have those needs to be considered into a skilled or a nursing home facility.
Gotcha. So more, feel like what you're saying is it's more medical.
Yes.
The nursing home side of things. Assisted living is more kind of the step between completely independent living and kind of the nursing home situation.
Correct.
Yeah. At what point should, my parents are aging, at what point should we be considering assisted living?
So there's a lot of different reasons why somebody would look for assisted living. Sometimes I'll have people that call that they're lonely, and they are very isolated and feel scared to be at home alone. And then you'll have other people that have care needs. They need help with their bathing, dressing, grooming, medication management, things like that. Or their family members know that they need help with that type of stuff. And so those are the type of services that just a little bit of extra help, or sometimes people just like to know that there's somebody here. If they feel unsafe in the middle of the night, they can press a call pendant and we'll be there for them. Whereas at home, it's a much more complex situation if you get yourself in a little pickle in the middle of the night. But we have care staff that's here 24/7. And so you can have a peace of mind about you that we're here to help you at any time.
Yeah, and I mean, that's great because, first of all, just the companionship, not being isolated, not being lonely, having activities that are planned, really a community of people.
Right.
Yeah, and this is a long-term, situation where it's not just for a few weeks or a few months or whatever. It is really...
And it can be.
Sure.
Some people, I mean, realistically, when you come into assisted living, you're not going to come for just a little bit of time. Rarely do people do that, but sometimes there is that opportunity that you could get better and just need a little bit of extra help for a little while. And we do respite type stays, but not that many.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
so.
for sure. So when someone comes to Village Crossing, what types of things are included with their stay here?
So it's all inclusive, really. So you have all of your meals in a restaurant style dining room, 3 meals a day. Anytime dining is what we call it. So from 7 to 7 they can come and have their meals. So we keep our preferences in mind here too, because if you were a military person and you woke up every day at 5:30 and now you just want to sleep in till 9:30, that's okay. You can come down to the dining room and have your breakfast at 10 if you'd like. So that's an anytime dining model. So you have your meals, laundry, housekeeping. We do have transportation. So to appointments or to outings, they do all kinds of things like that. Of course, all your utilities and activities are like the main base cost. And then you have all your care needs. So bathing, dressing, grooming, medication management, mobility reminders. We have a memory care here too. So if there's a memory, there's some memory support here as well if you need that. But so really, it's all in one. I mean, they have kitchenettes in the apartments and stuff, so we want it's a apartment style living. So we want them to feel like they have their own space. But there's all this beautiful space around you that you can still maximize and use because it's your home too.
It is beautiful, and what I do love about it, you've taken me up and around before, it really does look like an apartment setting. It is not clinical. It doesn't look like anything other than you're in a beautiful apartment building.
Right, yeah. Hotel
style. Yeah.
Boutique, yeah.
Yes, it really is. It really is.
And the
like
engagement portion is really good too. So like there are very well attended activities, our exercise class in the morning, our happy hours in the afternoons. Not so much that they are drinking all the alcohol, it's more just that socialization that they know every day they can just come and be and hang out with other people that are in like situation, because many people that come here have had a lot of loss, and so that isolation piece is really big for them.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really good. Does Medicare cover assisted living?
So Medicare does not cover assisted living. That it's private pay, and so we do accept long-term care and VA benefits. But no, Medicare is not covered in assisted living setting.
Okay. So when somebody is planning and thinking about whether it's like for somebody like me whose parents are aging, or even just the person themselves knows, hey, this is probably what I need to do. Are there people here to help assist them on the financial side?
Yes, we we have a partnership with a company that we can help with the long-term care, with the real estate, with the all kinds of financials, as well as legal help and support too, because sometimes people just didn't think about all that.
Yeah.
And those are big things. Or there's people that are very private and they don't expect that this big thing's going to happen, and then here we are with this mess. And so we do have people that support them as well.
Yeah, that's really great. When somebody contacts you and then kind of gets information, like what's the next step?
So as far as coming here, so a tour is good, because I think that a lot of times people don't even understand the senior living landscape, because it's very complex sometimes. There's all kinds of different settings. So coming and hearing the spiel and letting us hear what your situation is. And that's the thing, is that our senior living in general and our partners in Frederick, because Frederick is a great place to be, we're so tight-knit that if I can't help somebody, then I'm going to put them in contact with the people that can. But hearing their needs and I think seeing for yourself that it's not that old nursing home that your grandma lived in that you're scared about, because most people are like that, and they can come in here and be like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's not what I was expecting. But the care component is still there, and it's still the same. It just looks a lot different than that if you had
it's
it
got
in
a
your
much nicer
Yes.
face on the
Yes.
front of it, for sure. Do you have availability for people right now, or
We do. We are filling up very quickly. We're full in our memory care, so we do have a wait list. We have a small memory care on the 3rd floor. It's a secured unit, so we have a wait list for that. And then we have a very few studios type apartments available. In our community, we have 1 and 2 bedrooms.
I was just going to ask about if partners wanted to come. So how does that work?
We do have couples here, a few couples, and we've even broken through some walls, because there are a lot of people that want bigger spaces or to be together. At this point, either style would be a wait list if they wanted something bigger than a studio. But really, when you think about assisted living, you're only watching TV and resting is what we're hoping in your apartment. Otherwise, you're out and about, even if it's to sit on one of the pretty patios, or in one of the reading nooks or something like that. But you're not spending a ton of time in your apartment, so you don't need a lot of space. But when you have couples or somebody that's coming from a bigger setting, or a more isolated type person that needs that space, we do have those. But there is a wait list for those bigger apartments.
Yeah, that's great. So at what point should people start to think about having this as the next step?
I think sometimes it's a hard conversation for people, so they are resistant to it, but you never want to do this in emergency circumstances. So if you can have the conversation, and especially since older adults are losing, they lose a lot. And so helping them to understand that if you don't help me to know what you need and want eventually, if the time comes, then I'm going to have to make the decision for you. So presenting it in that way and helping them to understand that we want to give them those preferences. Just tell me just in case, right?
Right.
But don't ever wait for emergency, because that's super stressful. We can move very quickly if we need to. We do get a lot of calls like that.
Yeah.
But it's always better if you have the discussion and are able to just know their desires and needs.
Yeah.
Maybe people don't care about all the fancy, or maybe there's certain things that they care about that you never even thought of to know.
Right.
So
are there signs that we should be looking at this more, with some urgency?
Yeah, so I think that when you start to notice, medication mismanagement, maybe their pill thing is still full, or hygiene. I always say the hug is a good a thing to know. If they smell kind of weird, or if you're noticing that. Because there is reasons why they don't want to take a shower. It might be because they're scared that they're going to slip in the shower, or they don't feel, it's a whole task to get ready.
Right.
So, and we like to say that if we can help you do something in 15 minutes that typically takes you an hour, and now you need a nap, we can do that in 15 minutes, and then you can go and do things that you love to do, right? So, hygiene is a big one, I would say. Medication management. Smaller things that you might not think to notice is like their refrigerator. Is there expired foods? Is there food in the refrigerator? Their weight is a big one. If they're losing weight, they might be forgetting to eat. If there's frequent falls, there might be something going on with them, and that can end very tragically. So those types of things I think are good to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess if you start to notice some of these things with your loved ones, it's a good time to start to get things in motion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because
And-
the great thing about being somewhere here is that you're going to get that additional support. You get that care. You get somebody checking. They're here 24/7, and they're not by themselves.
Right, and it takes it off of you because
Yes.
that's stressful to know that you don't know what's going on.
Right.
So even if you just have somebody to check in on them every day or every other day for a couple of hours, that can go a long way too.
Yeah.
But eventually, there's a lot of little key factors that go into knowing that, oh, this can't go on. It's
Yes.
just too scary.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Talk
what I
about
do
it.
love about here is it would be easy to feel like home again, not only in the lobby when you walk in. You've taken me down to the theater room, and there's all these great places. It looks like a cruise ship, kind of, on ground, and I think it would be very easy for families to feel comfortable here. So we're going to recommend, even if you're not sure, schedule a tour, come by and see what's available to you and your family. I think you're going to find it really great. And as Robin said, if you can't do something here when you need it, you're going to know places and recommendations for families to take care of after that.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Well, we appreciate Robin Wheat, and we'll see you next time. All right. I want to thank Robin for that. The future segments, we're going to have just really informational. This was really kind of an introduction into Village Crossing. We're looking forward to talking to them more and finding out more because let's face it, we're not getting any younger. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Dr. Alison Bomba. And then I'm going to recap 3 minutes with Board of Education candidate Jaime Brennan. That's coming up right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They can also take care of new windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Pretty much everything on the outside of your home they can do. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Right now, you can get that $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just call Sandra and tell her you saw her on Good Morning Frederick, and she will take care of you, I promise. All right, let's talk about who is making our market. Market Makers sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with suppliers that are going to give you the best value and maybe some upgrades you can't get anywhere else. And they'll monitor your bookings for unexpected scheduled changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. Dr. Alison Bomba has always wanted to help people deal with the stresses of life and anxiety. But as she progressed, she realized helping children was the best of all. Here is Alison, and I really had a great okay. I really had a great chat with her, and I didn't put it in here. 1 second. I'm getting it because it was great. Here we go. I'm with Dr. Alison Bomba. How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Okay, we are at 15 North Court Street. Really cute location here. Never been in these buildings. I love the sense of Frederick you get, though.
Yeah.
Here. So you are a clinical psychologist?
I am.
Yes, okay. Licensed clinical psychologist,
Yes.
right? I don't want to forget any of that hard work you put into being where you are, any of that schooling. Tell me a little bit about how you got here. What were you immediately like in school? Oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, so I actually feel like I'm one of those unique few who knew what they wanted to do from a really young age.
That's
I actually
great.
remember being in 10th grade in my English class, and we had to interview a professional, in the field that we might want to go into one day and write a paper about it. And I interviewed a child psychologist.
Really?
Yeah.
And that you said this is it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You are a rare find.
Yes.
But that's great.
That's not typical.
Great. Yeah. So you went to college, you graduated. Are you from Frederick?
No.
Okay.
No, I grew up outside of Erie, Pennsylvania, in a very
Okay.
small town, and went to undergrad very near where I grew up, and then relocated to the DC area to go to grad school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you picked Frederick like a dartboard, or are you?
No, I picked Frederick because, again, I grew up in a very small Pennsylvania town, and I was used to paying small Pennsylvania town prices for rent. And so when I relocated to this area, it was sticker shock, and I couldn't afford to live close to Arlington where my school
Right.
was. And so I was in Montgomery County for a bit, and then felt like
Kept
I
coming
needed
north.
to go a little more north to
Yeah.
to be in the housing that I wanted to be in.
Right.
And bounced around in different parts of Frederick County and just fell in love with downtown.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So do you live downtown
I
too?
do, yeah. I live
Oh, that's
downtown and
nice.
work downtown.
Yeah. Very good. And so when did you set up your practice here?
So right after I graduated with my doctorate in 2007, I joined a large private practice in Ellicott City, and I practiced in Howard County for 9 years, but was living in Frederick County.
Okay.
And then 9 years ago, I relocated my independent practice to Frederick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you specialize, you have a specialty. Tell me about the people that you counsel.
Yeah, I have a specialty practice, so I only accept clients ages 3 to 25 for one of three things.
Okay.
I'm a grief and loss specialist, and I also provide exposure-based cognitive behavioral therapy to treat anxiety and OCD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so very much a niche practice.
Yeah, but I don't think you're short of people,
No,
clients, unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's, but it is, I think with specialties like that, you get to know this inside and out, right? So when you're talking with or working with a patient or a client, I'm certain you've seen or heard these things before because it's really all you're working in, right?
Yeah.
Was there a reason you wanted to only specialize in this?
Well, it just sort of evolved over time, right? When I first started out, obviously, as a child psychologist, I was accepting whatever came in the door. So anything from attention disorders, behavioral disorders, depression. And I just found that I was looking forward to those kiddos struggling to navigate and manage big anxiety. And I worked with a professional who was a grief and loss specialist in that group private practice in Howard County, who really ended up being my mentor and eventually convinced me to learn about the grief and loss world. And I just found that I really enjoy empowering young people to learn how to go on and to learn how to tolerate discomfort. And anxiety and grief are things that we all experience, right? So it's not always psychiatric. We all have to learn how to navigate
it. Not to get swallowed by it, right? See that that light on the other side to get through. That's really, really interesting. What have been the biggest challenges since starting your own practice? Have you had any?
honestly, work-life balance, I know everybody says that, but like I just continue to struggle. Sometimes I feel like I'm killing it, like I'm really balanced. Busy but balanced is always what I'm going for, but you know, as a solo entrepreneur, nobody tells me when the workday's over or go home. Like I'm pretty much always, you know, there's always something that could be enhanced or like improved upon, or I could learn more, or, you know. So I struggle with that.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard because actually when you're doing the work like this, you're great. You're in it. And then you finish and then I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta do this social media. I gotta post this. I gotta pay these bills. I gotta do this. So yeah, I get that 100%. Do you have any goals like for the next, you know, maybe the rest of this year or the next few years that you'd like to achieve?
You know, practice related, I just want to continue, you know, doing what I'm doing. I used to train other psychologists in working with grieving children. I'm not doing training so much. I'm just trying to really focus on, you know, providing good quality care to my clients, continuing to stay up to date with, you know, current evidence-based treatments. I mentor new therapists quite a bit as well. I enjoy that. And I'm involved in the community. So
Yes, you are.
Again,
this I know.
Trying to stay busy but balanced. That's my big goal.
Yeah, busy but balanced. I like that. I like that. Can you still take on additional clients? Do you have room in your schedule?
So I have a waiting list.
Okay.
Yeah, but it rotates, right? So that's the hardest part of my job, I think, is predicting when I can accept a new client.
Yeah.
Because it all depends on how quickly my current clients move through.
Yeah.
So I have a waiting list, but clients get better. I reduce them to every other week or once a month, and then I have room to start a new one.
So get on the waiting list. Get on the waiting list just in case. And I know it's hard. If you have a child, especially that's struggling, you want to try to get some help. But I know that the Mental Health Association does have those walk-in clinics you can go to. It's right on Montague Lane. 24/7, you can walk in there, and they can maybe get you help in the mid-time while you're waiting to find someone like Dr. Bomba who is available to help your child. Because I know as a parent, it's really, really hard when you're trying to get your kid some help. So can you give our audience like 2 or 3 pieces of advice if you're dealing with anxiety, anxiousness? I know right now you've got the election coming up, the economy, you're coming toward the end of the year with the holidays. It's a lot of really stressful time for people. Do you have 2 or 3 things people can do just to kind of take a breath?
Yeah. You know, anxiety is treated much differently than most other problems. So for child anxiety specifically, most of the time when your child has a problem or is experiencing pain, as a parent, you want to swoop in and help relieve their pain. But with anxiety, we kind of want to do the opposite. We want to help build resilience and distress tolerance. So we want to send the message that, you know, we want to validate this is really uncomfortable, but then you also want to instill that confidence in their ability to handle it on their own.
So when you counsel children, do you also train parents on what they need to do?
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it has to be, right? Because kids have gotten to where they are probably because of something in the environment, right? Or something in the environment may not be helping them to get through it. So learning those skills would be really helpful, I think, to a family.
It's very skills-based, and it's a family-based treatment.
Yeah. Okay,
so
very
the parents end up having more homework than the kids do
well.
sometimes.
It's okay.
Right?
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah, that's really interesting. So with resilience, so you're trying to teach your child at this time that, hey, you can do this, and it's uncomfortable, acknowledging that, and then helping them in that way.
Yeah, as opposed to letting them avoid or escape the things that make them anxious. So if they're wanting to go to a birthday party but are afraid, or, you know, struggling to attend a certain class, you know, whatever the specific fear is, public speaking, speaking up in social situations, we really want to encourage brave behavior.
Oh, I like that. Brave. We all probably need a little bit of that too. All right. So if you need to get your child on the waiting list, you can reach out to Dr. Bomba. I'll make sure the website is up. Again, Mental Health Association has a 24-hour crisis center is available for you on Montague Lane. You can go in anytime. They're going to help you out, give you some resources, maybe give you somebody who's available now while you're on wait list for someone else, but we want you all to take care of your mental health. It's very important. This is Dr. Bomba. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right, let's talk about some other great people of Frederick. People of Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. The final flea market for the year is Sunday, September 29th. Get your space, just $30. Outreach at pullingforveterans.org. The flea market is being held at the AmVets Farm, which is located right next to Tree Trekkers off 144. They do have huge pavilions there. I'm assuming if the weather is not great, they'll be able to move people underneath, which will be great for your shopping. All right. Yesterday, I did a town hall with Board of Education candidate Jaime Brennan. I got a 3-minute recap and wanted to play for you right now. Well, I think you've answered all the questions that we got from parents. Now, as I did last time, I would love to just give you the floor for as long as you like, just to kind of remind people why on November 5th they should be marking your name on the ballot.
Well, as I said in my opening, that I am the only candidate who's running who actually has experience running a school from all aspects of it: facilities, budget, curriculum, staffing. So I can hit the ground running with information that I have learned and already spent time knowing how to do. I think too that our board is supposed to represent a diverse background of people with different backgrounds and specialties and skills, because it is a position that's not necessarily focused on teaching. We're not teaching from the board. We are helping to manage a system. And so the managerial experience, business experience, I think that that's so important for our board. And we currently don't have that. We were really lacking on that. So I think that making sure that we have people with those varied skills is very important. And then finally, we need advocates for parents. We have lots of advocates in our system for teachers. We have the teachers union, we have administration, but we need people to represent families and represent parents and make sure that the parents have a voice within our school system. And so I'm a huge parental rights advocate. I believe that, parents are the primary educators of their children. They should have first say in everything with their children. And so we want to make sure that our system is responsive to parents and making sure that we're not cutting parents out of decisions, making sure that we're deferring to parents. And so I think too, many times, parents feel like they're not being heard. They're asking for services with our special needs department and other things, and they feel blown off. And so I think having a parental rights advocate on the board, being there for parents is really important. And I think that I could be that person.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate it. And is it Brennan for BOE?
Brennan for board.
BrennanforBoard.com. You can find out more about Jamie's platform, where she may be next. And you can support her if you choose to do so. But on November 5th, she would like your vote. We thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. on Good Morning Frederick.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Danny.
All right. If you want to see that full interview, you can go to the YouTube channel and you'll see it there. Coming up tomorrow, I check out basal therapies and preschool. Oh my gosh, my mind was blown when I went there. It's amazing. If you've got a child who needs all kinds of, whether it therapy like occupational, speech, really great place. Michelle from Pulling for Veterans talks about wreaths across America. And Chris and Bob are back for more of your local news, weather, and sports. Plus, we'll take a look back at Hoth Designs. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day, even though it might be yucky outside. It's always beautiful right here. All right. Good morning, Frederick. Have a great day. And let's get out there and be great.